Welcome back to my 1 to 70 guide for my Night Elf Druid. This is going to be level ranges of 66 to 67. My current gold is 11,713 and my current health item level is 260. As always, there's nothing to it but to do it, so let's pick up where we left off last time and continue with the main story. I could possibly queue as a tank, however, I don't think I'm going to. Because as it heads to this, I think I still have 2 more zones worth of main story quests to do. I know on my first tune, 60 to 70, I think I hit max level without finishing everything. So, and I haven't even started the campaign yet. Which I believe, as I say before, I think you have to finish this before you do the campaign.
Absolutely not. Try again.
From the descendants of the matriarch.
Yes, that makes sense. After their first hunt, a young hunter of our clan receives a ceremonial spear. Take mine.
What would you ask? This spear is proof of your skill. I accept this offering.
I do not think it is that sort of verse. I like your enthusiasm. But as all Ohuna,
Just gotta click it.
the offspring of Onara, this feather should suffice.
So far my factions aren't too good. I only got level 2 on this and 3 on this, but yeah. I'm not really sure what you gain from doing this. I imagine it's probably good loot, because there probably is some stuff that's pretty nice. However, my goal is just to hit max level and do in-game content. I'm not much into lore, so...
Accept your offering.
Here, take this. Onward.
What would you ask? I remember Tira well. You are so much like her. I accept your offering. Is it time to go already?
And cinematic.
The Kanamatra Serist. Accept this gift to honor the ancient oath made by our most sacred ancestor. All Centaur under Onara's wings will aid the green dragonflight in times of need.
And I, Marithra, daughter of Ysera, accept this gift to honor my oath to your ancestor Tira. Together, dragons and centaur will protect the Onaran plains.
Should the dream be threatened again, know that the Maruk will fight beside you.
The bond that united us in ages past has been renewed. Let this oath stone serve as a symbol of our covenant. I vow to protect the Emerald Dream and the Green Dragonflight with my life. Hello, champion. May your dreams be peaceful.
Getting all this new gear. Let's see what we got here. Dungeon quest.
Follow the wind.
At some point I'm going to get one of the dungeons that I have a quest for, because I have a ton of quests right now. I'm rocking about 3 dungeon quests with pretty decent gear upgrades. I believe that is the end of this zone. Yeah, because I have to go down here now. I'll go over here and turn this quest in too. So far in this, I haven't minded DragonFlight too much, but I really haven't noticed too much different than other expansions. Besides dragon riding as the obvious thing that's different. I'm really hoping that the max level experience is a little different, but I don't think it's going to be. It's kind of the same game, just reskinned every expansion so far. It's going to be hard to fly with all these mountains around here. I would love to see like something new with PvE that makes the game a little bit better, or maybe even some love to the PvP section, because all they really add is like new arena or new battleground. Well, they very rarely add a new battleground. But I'd like to see a new PvP type. This game also doesn't seem very good for someone who wants a challenge. Like, I've played other MMOs that are a lot harder than this game. This game's fairly easy. Even if I was Boomkin spec, it wouldn't be. It'd just be slower. It wouldn't be like it'd be hard. I mean, I'm on a bear pulling like 10 mobs at a time. The combat's kind of stale. I mean, it's not very visually pleasing like some other games. They did kind of try to improve that with the Invoker spec, from what I've played on my Invoker, who's like level 60, so I might make a video leveling the Invoker 60 to 70. Did I just go to the wrong spot?
Stay sharp. Well then. Good luck.
I might skip this for now and go in, because this isn't a main story. This is definitely a lot better game than Shadowlands, though, but on the same hand, I thought Shadowlands was complete trash. Horrible. Although the lore was pretty decent, at least I thought it was. But the game itself just was not fun at all to play.
You think we will find anyone here who can help our efforts?
Glania can help direct you. I'm sure an adventurer will come by. This place should be crawling with them.
Ooh, how many more adventurers should we find?
This game would probably be a pretty good play for someone who's never played World of Warcraft before. However, if someone has played World of Warcraft before and decided to come back to this game, I don't know that it's worth it. Especially not with all the options now that you have that don't require a monthly subscription. Because you got to pay $15 a month, then anytime they have an expansion, you got to pay for that. A lot of the in-game services in the shop you have to pay for. For example, character transfers, level boost, faction change, race change, name change, guild service. And they're not cheap either. You get race change, faction change, level boost, and character transfer. I actually have one of these that I could have used, which would have been the fastest 1 to 60. Just for buying DragonFlight originally, but yeah. I think one of the things that WoW drastically needs to do that it will never happen is they need to get rid of the subscription for the game.
Let me see what I have in stock.
And focus more maybe on the cosmetic making money view versus people paying for it, because your game has to be drastically better if you're going to charge $15 a month. Like, I would definitely say if Final Fantasy decided to maybe go a little bit more away from the story basis, or even keep that, but then also,
Can I lighten that coin purse up for you?
crafting orders. This is the new crafting system they added into the game. I got sidetracked. If Final Fantasy decided to actually kind of change their focus away from story based to like actual gameplay based, 'cause I think their gameplay is actually pretty good from what I've heard, even though I've never played the game. I don't like the story based part of it, and having to skip through the story requires you to pay money. However, in Final Fantasy, I know you only have to play one tune, so you only have to play through it once, and that one tune can do all the jobs in the game, so that's kind of cool.
Right. If you all insist on examining fish for this essence, then the least you can do is help me catch more.
World of Warcraft kind of feels more like a nostalgia type game, like for people like me who have played it for years, because it's nice to play, but it's just not challenging. The PvP, compared to some of the other games, is kind of a joke. I would say if you looked at PvP right now, Guild Wars 2 PvP, the world versus world thing far surpasses any other type of PvP.
I'm getting a bit concerned.
Black Desert Online's PvP is kind of fun. It's more of a open world type PvP.
Keep your eyes.
Because I'll finish that thought after this 300 cinematic.
The Isles welcome you.
It's good to see you.
But I feel like that this game really needs to find something it does really well and capitalize on it. Because it really doesn't do PvE the best anymore, at least in my opinion. It's PvE. I keep saying PvP. PvE's decent, but raids and Mythic Pluses have been around. I think they introduced Mythic Pluses in Legion, and raids have been around since Classic. So they need a new type of PvE content. And now they've kind of moved away from doing I can't remember what they're called, Tides of Power, where they have like extremely powerful things each expansion that you lose after the expansion, like the Heart of Azeroth, Legion Legendaries, all of that. They kind of went away from that because of the balancing was so hard. I think it was Emissaries and Shadowlands that gave you special traits, which I actually liked that part because that was kind of interesting. That was like one of the only things I actually really enjoyed to play during Shadowlands. And I know a lot of people didn't like the dungeon that was in Shadowlands. I can't remember what it was called now. Let me find it real quick. I don't even remember where it was at. Oh, here it is. Oh, the mall dungeon. I can't remember what it was. It was like the mall steps that had like little dungeons. You had times and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of fun to play. A lot of people hated it because if you wanted to play in-game content, you had to run it a ton, and it made it really unfun because I only played it a little bit, but I thought it was kind of fun to play around in. But if I had to run it like 1,000 times, I mean, it was all kind of the same thing with a little variant. I've been highly considering trying Guild Wars 2 because when I last played Guild Wars 2, it was back before they introduced the raid. So it was like World versus World and Fractals, which is basically Mythic Pluses for Guild Wars 2. And Fractals had like a cap, and I capped out Fractals and everything, and just did World versus World. But I did World versus World for like 6 months. because it's just like groups of like 30 to 40 people running at each other. So it definitely was pretty fun.
To see them return.
If you see, we just need to hold them off a little longer. Caligo should be here
Fractal World versus World is kind of like in WoW how they have Alterac Valley, which is a very massive PvP type thing. I just wanted to check this real quick to see if they had. I would say World vs. World is probably the same thing as Battle for Winter's Grasp, which they haven't really done much for in a very long time, unfortunately. It's actually exactly like that, because you have to like build up, take castles and stuff like that. It's just done a lot better.
I'll shield you for as long as I can. Take those drakes down.
I'm not even sure what that F ability there does. I just keep hitting it off cooldown. There we go.
Hold them. More primalists are coming. Fall back. We'll set up defensive positions.
The Kirin-Tor shall not fall to these monsters. I must return to the archives. Send help when you can. The Azure Oathstone is proving difficult to reclaim.
I need to fend off the primalists to the east. It may fall on you to aid Caligos' adventure.
Oh, I did forget to grab this flight point.
The Kirin-Tor welcomes you.
The Kirin-Tor.
One MMO that I haven't really tried yet. Actually, there's two. Elder Scrolls Online and New World. However, I didn't play New World because I heard after they made the game, and it was actually a really good game, they did something with a cash shop and completely ruined it. Made like most of it super heavy on cash shop or pay to win, which if you make a MMO pay to win, it's pretty much gone. Because some people will still play it, but most people don't want to spend insane amounts of money on a game.
Package. We've got one more left. Here it is. Come back if you need anything else.
The one nice thing about WoW is, even though it does have a subscription and everything, you can pay with in-game currency. However, the WoW tokens have gotten so out of hand. It's like 250k for one that's like 30 days. It would probably take you more than an hour or two to get 250k, I'm assuming, because I'm not really up to date on all the gold making methods.
Any tomes detailing the Azure Oathstone? None.
Which means that you would be better off just keeping your gold and probably paying $15.
I'll see you above. I believe I'm making progress towards the problems surrounding the Azure Oathstone.
Welcome to the Azure Archives. Tread carefully. No one...
All will be well. Come back soon.
That's pretty interesting ability.
This world is full of wonder. How can I help? Fair skies and strong winds.
Time to do the fun part. You just gotta spam click it, or
There's magic in everything. Good luck.
yeah, so you just have to click it a bunch. Or you might only have to click it once, I don't know. I'm only 3 bars in. Yeah, this will not be as fast as the last level. Got my scepter.
Who are you?
Trying to decide what game I want to play for my next beginner walkthrough. Or if I just want to stay and do a new class on this game. Both have pretty decent benefits.
Affixes. Seek. Top.
I will say, if you're someone who enjoys crafting and building like an empire type with crafting, Black Desert Online all the way. The system there is amazing when it comes to the, like, you have to set up a crafting network. It's kind of complicated, but once you get it, like, it's extremely cool. Like that game did wonders for crafting. And with Black Desert on, just like, wow, you can buy most of the stuff. It's just a little bit harder to buy stuff on that game that is in the shop, because it has to actually be available on the auction house to buy it. It's just not like infinite supply. I might die here. Like in Black Desert, for example, one of the things that you need is a loot pet. That way you don't have to buy hand loot stuff. And you want a couple, that way they can keep up with you killing stuff out in the world. I think I had, when I played, I had like 4 pets. But like the system that they use for that is really cool, because you have these little pets that run around and loot the items for you. I wish WoW actually had that. That would be kind of interesting. Like where I don't have to loot anymore, I can just kill. They kind of did that with like the AoE looting thing, because in Classic WoW I played that and I leveled, I think, all the way to Burning Crusade, and it was not fun because you have to loot every single mob, and if you're mob grinding like multiple mobs, it can really suck and take time, and not a fun experience. Ooh, I don't want to pull that. Doesn't count towards the quest. There's no point killing it. Well, that was by accident. Yeah, you got that quest done too. Wonder if this has went to anything else besides tank. Nope.
Well met, friend. Together, we can achieve anything. Keep safe.
Yeah, I like that one better.
I'm glad you've come. Fly true. Come back soon. Keep safe.
Not a bad hit.
Together, we can achieve anything.
Wish they didn't have such a cooldown. That way I could just pull a bunch of them. Honestly, it's probably why it does have a cooldown. Just gonna keep pulling them every time they come over here. It's nice to do this right now because... Okay, I might have too many. Time to do, I think I got one short, looks like. I think I only see... Yeah, that should be enough. One thing that's important is to keep your thrash up. I keep forgetting and letting it fall off. Bada bang, bada boo. I don't think those pull unless you actually click them too, so... As a tank, pulling it all at once and just killing it was a lot faster for me.
Stone is awaiting.
Fly true. Fair skies and strong. Don't be alarmed, but my mirror images should vanish in a moment.
Am I supposed to go down there, or? Must be. Just barrel roll just straight to the ground.
It's good to see you again.
Cinematic 5000.
I was expecting Malagos. Where is he? And who are you?
Caligos. And you cannot possibly be...
Sindragosa? In a way, a simulacrum, created by her in order to preserve her memories and knowledge. It would seem a great deal of time has passed since she left.
Yes. And much has happened.
I sense an aspect.
It's a long story. Both you and Malagos are gone.
I see. And the rest of our flight? Where are they? Tell me.
After Neltharion betrayed us, we were on the verge of extinction. We few who remain are scattered, aimless, and alone.
Yet you came here. That tells me that you still have hope for our kin. Child of my flight, shall we work together to make that hope a reality?
Nothing would give me more pleasure. What must we do?
I think you kill Malagos in Wrath of the Lich King, but I can't be 100% sure about that.
I'll do what I can to repair any
Let me see.
and send my mirror images to keep an eye on things while I'm gone.
Good luck to the two of you. If the Tuskar still live, they should know the location of the major ley lines. Child, you are staring at me instead of departing. Do you have more to say?
I thought you did. In the Oculus. Maybe I'm wrong.
I apologize. I have heard many legends of you. My mind is swimming with questions to ask.
As is mine. 10,000 years is an incalculable amount of time to miss.
What if I can just fly back there? Lazy mode activated. About halfway through the level, it's not too bad. I feel like that can't be that good. Especially after some videos I've seen, like, you can get 340 gear pretty easily now, so. Of course, this is for, like, leveling, so that might be why it's so low.
How are you, traveler? Be cautious. This land is teeming. Be careful. The Tuskar will talk your ears off if you let them.
What now? Lake lines? You mean rivers? What nonsense are you on about?
Who might you? There's magic in the land everywhere. It's in every rock, plant, animal. Why, the legend of Foxrose Fortos goes...
Oh, the Gleam Coves! Yes, they're everywhere. With that dragon, you'll catch up with them in no time. Chieftain Panoliak knows more about that kind of thing.
That's a pretty nice trinket. Anytime you get a trinket with mana regen, usually it's pretty good for raiding. Now, obviously, this item level is too low for this one to be any good for raiding, but still.
Hang in there, Hanu. You're no good to Noruk dead. This is no time to chat. Our caravan was ambushed by gnolls. They took half my people, and many left are seriously wounded. We can talk once my brothers and sisters are safe.
Seems fair. What happens when they don't let me escort them?
No more waiting. I must save Noruk. Hanu, wait. Please, stranger. I'd appreciate any help you can offer us.
These do not have much health. Some of them, though, some of them seem to be dying pretty slow. That's not too bad. These don't hardly do any damage though, so I almost would like to pull like a big group of them. I usually don't use Iron Fur when questing. I accidentally used it right there. I'm not taking enough damage for it to really matter. So I would prefer just put all my resources into killing speed. Oh, I must have missed a quest back here. You gotta always watch that, because usually they're combined, so now I'm probably gonna have to do something extra for this quest.
Until next we meet. Be on your guard. There's nothing so cunning and cruel as a shade-paw gnoll.
What troll? There are no trolls here.
And now that I have this on, I can just spam use Razor. Escape my traps. think I just finished all the quests but one.
Tasked one suffer. Now you suffer.
One more to go.
Trip you! Trip you!
It is important to try not to cap out your rage. Sometimes it just happens by accident.
Watch your step.
See you soon.
I like how he got all the way up here without killing a single thing.
I got this. Brenna, you came. I see you've been busy. Norak and the others, they're in the den. Kargpa is in there, and all these sickly gnolls.
Slow down, Hanu.
Tell me everything.
Watch yourself.
Let's swap.
I do like the
stories
fact that I'm
again
getting a ton of
soon.
quests though. Makes leveling a lot faster.
I will go with you. No, Hanu. I will not lose you to Kargpa. Our newfound friend is quite skilled. Trust in them.
Something over here I'm supposed to get. For Naruk.
Oh, you saw right through my feign death. I learned it by studying the local Vorquin.
I did not see through that. I thought he was dead.
I'll make my escape like a slippery otter. My eternal thanks for the timely rescue.
I thought I was gonna have to go on like a arc of I can't say it, avenge his death. Here we go. I really don't want to stop there because I'm fairly certain. Do that. Got a couple pulled now, so might as well kill them. What I could do is run up there, shadow meld, and be free, but won't take me long to kill this pack of them. Sometimes it's easier to kill them, sometimes it's easier not to. If you're going for ultimate speed, shadow meld. If not, just kill them. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Sometimes you do get bugged into stuff, and that would really suck. Because I think my hearth is set like all the way to the waking shore. Nothing up here. I probably should save my speed boost for after I finish this quest. I'm a druid. I feel like I should have poison resistance. Only thing killing me right now is this thing doesn't produce any rage, so I'm not being able to like spam use Razor. Yeah, that's all the quest. So there's stealth and run out. Hopefully this doesn't do damage. Because if you stealth and take damage, it knocks you out of your stealth. I believe this is the way out. This place wasn't too bad. Plus I have like 4 quests, so I mean, add that in together, pretty decent experience.
Now, you be careful out there.
Next time, I'll bring soup.
Let's see. Haven't had a weapon in a long time, so that is a pretty nice upgrade.
Let's be off. We will do what we can to aid you once we uncover the source of this.
They're like, we will help you But we got our own problems first.
I hate being right all the time.
Tell my
I feel this a little, Tuskar. I feel that one too.
Both of you.
What's that? Your tale will be remembered.
They came without warning. Foul-fetid gnolls. The only thing they took was my friends' lives. I'll be dead soon. Like the others. You are not dying.
He's right. You'll pull through, Akyun. We'll escort you to safety.
He's not very positive. Well, he's positive he's gonna die, but besides that. Do I have to kill these? I am surprised at the very few people I've seen while leveling. I mean, I've seen like a couple here and there, but overall, I just haven't really seen much of anybody. Oh, this guy has to sell.
Perhaps you have a use for these things.
What is this? Oh, it's all cosmetic stuff? Yeah.
I'll put something aside for you next time.
Your help is great. Noruk and I will find a safe.
I don't care too much about cosmetics. As long as I have like one decent set for my character, that's all I really care about.
I can smell the rot on the... I'm glad we met, friend.
Somewhere around here. Ah, my friend. What a pleasant surprise. And you've made some new friends, I see. Greetings. I am Caligos, and I am searching for ley crystal caves. I believe I sense one nearby, and yet...
Ley lines. There is a gleam cove deep within Brackenhide, yes. But the gnolls have made this forest thick with decay.
Good luck.
I don't know who you are, mage, but thank you.
Decay? Could it have... I'm just someone trying to help this land heal.
Usually for objectives, I just wait till after I finish the quest to do them, just because a lot of the times you will finish the objective just passively. However, since like if I have to pull this one mob, I'm also going to pull all these mobs around it. Kind of has a little gotta kill it anyway type thing.
You're not alone. not alone.
That Calendar guy. Calicos does a lot of damage. Some objectives are kind of like that. Like, some will take no time at all to complete, some will be insanely long to complete.
This is bad, friend. Join us quickly. The decay is out of control.
Apparently my health got pretty low though, if that procced.
They're infusing an ancient with that rot. It could spread decay around the span faster than a wildfire.
You might have the gnolls gone mad.
I'm so sorry to
That
see
quest kind of bit me in the butt doing that though, because I just killed everything in this area.
Only I'd arrived sooner.
Thank you for your kindness. Decay is part of the natural cycle. We all return to the earth. But this is a perversion.
On your left.
If that decayed ancient reaches Iskara, all of our spears and nets won't be enough to stop it. You must help us.
Definitely don't be afraid to pull big if you're doing the tank spec. It's one of the biggest perks. You're really hard to kill. Even without this guy helping me, I would be super hard to kill.
Hang in there.
I'm keeping my full health bubble pretty high. Got that done.
I give you my strength, adventurer. Avenge us.
Gotta wait for that to reset.
We were traveling on the road when the gnolls ambushed us. Take the strength of my spirit to drive them back. Please, don't let this decay spread to Iskara. It will consume and destroy everything we hold dear.
There's a couple of the gnolls I need.
On your left.
Got that done. Little nice jump of experience. Finish that off. Now I just need to find 3 more of those guys.
Tell my son Rui in Iskara that I love him, and I'm sorry.
There's one.
I've got your
2. I don't see another one. That sucks. Oh, he actually killed that one. That works. I just need one more. I know there's a couple in here, but I think I gotta pull like more than one mob to get them.
You're not alone.
No, no, no. That works too. Didn't end up taking me that long to hit 67.
Goodness, you're new.
What brings you here?
All will be well. Well met, friend.
Go look at my talents. That's a nice tanking talent, but I don't know how much of an actual help it'll be though. Let's see if I got some stuff I can do for DPS instead. Not too bad. It's not really that great of a spell either. I should make it toward my next. This is kind of useless, but I want the Thorns of Iron. No, I actually don't, because I don't use that spell any. Let's go with this, actually. As much as I don't want another spell in my action bars at this point, I feel like this is probably going to be a pretty useful spell. Because I think it heals, it gives, well, a ton of armor too. But I think it also does damage with people around me, so. Cast Mangle, Moonfire, Wrath, Regrowth, Rake, and Thrash. So probably spam use Mangle and Thrash, hopefully. And my Thrash is Razor, and that does a lot of damage. So, definitely a nice little perk there. But this is going to be the end of this. However, I gotta pop this mount. I'm glad I have the mount to sell out with, that way I can keep my gold accurate. Even though a new player would not have this mount, unfortunately.
Many deals for a friend of
But it helps me keep up with the level-to-level exchanges. So I'm up to 13,170 gold. Go ahead and do that. My item level is 281. My druid looks horrible. But that is the end of my 66 through 67 journey. And until next time.